night of Jesus' death, Jesus set an incredible example for us when he comforted his friends during his darkest hour. Last week, we saw that Jesus shows up for us and is with us in our darkest moments. But the Easter story isn't just about what God can do in the darkness. It's about how Jesus made it possible to illuminate our path along the way. Jesus is like this nightlight in a dark and unfamiliar place. We left off the Easter story last week with Jesus still suffering amidst his longest, darkest night. He cared for his friends and those around him at every step of his journey, but ultimately he was arrested, attacked, and executed by the people who were in power at the time Jesus died. And a couple of his close friends showed up to pull him down from the cross, prepare his body for burial, and lay his body in a tomb. All of Jesus' closest friends and followers were doing what they could to mourn the loss of their friend and continue to show up for one another. One of those friends was Mary, who showed up at Jesus' tomb a few days after Jesus had been killed to continue mourning her friend. We just read John 20 verses 1 through 18. This unbelievable story in Mary's life started with her showing up early in the morning while it was still dark outside. Yes, this was just a description of the time of day when she woke up to visit Jesus' grave, but also it was probably a good description of what she was feeling emotionally at the time. Everything she believed in that once felt important, stable, and sure to her, and her closest friends now seemed lost. Mary had put her hope in Jesus, and now she was trying to find a way to make it through to the next day. She had been so beaten down by these days of hardship and loss that even when she saw Jesus' tomb was empty and filled with angels, she couldn't see how this could possibly be good news. It wasn't until she heard the familiar voice of the one who had given her all the hope in the world and light that she could have asked for, that she believed that Jesus had risen from the dead. Jesus was and is alive, and for Mary and for us, he is our light in the darkness.